Good day, my fellow dinosaur nerds, and welcome to the Dinosaur Institute, where we talk everything dinosaurs. I'm your host, Aaron Hume, and I am joined by my luscious guest, Tazmine James Palmer.
Hello.
Also, we are joined by my very good friend, Luke Sneeden.
I'm just saying.
So,
Just here in the background.
so today, we're going to be talking about a sort of newer species of dinosaur that was discovered a few years ago, which I think you guys are really going to like.
Ooh.
Also, are dinosaurs well portrayed in media? Stay tuned to find out. So, Taz, Luke, thank you for coming on. It's good to have you.
Yeah,
How are you guys today?
pretty good. Excited to talk about dinosaurs, obviously.
Fair enough.
Good.
So, I have a question for you. What's your favourite dinosaur?
This precious girl right here, the Triceratops.
I see.
My favourite.
And this big boy Spinosaurus.
Is that your favourite? Yeah.
Yes, and the spines are so cool.
See, it's weird. When I was a kid, I used to really love the Spinosaurus. It used to be my favourite.
It's the teeth.
Yeah, but because I actually used to like Jurassic Park 3 for some weird reason.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst movie.
Yeah, I know. But then, as I grew up, I just got, like, 'cause, you know, your brain gets more mature.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this movie kind of sucks, and I don't like it
Yeah.
anymore. So I kind of get more towards the Tyrannosaurus
Well,
Rex.
to be fair, I guess it can go the opposite way as well, because, you know, a lot of kids, they only really know the T-Rex.
True.
They know the T-Rex, or they know the long neck.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I guess it could go both ways. Like, maybe you'd grow up by liking the Spinosaurus, but if you really looked into the differences between the Jurassic Park movies, you would see that Jurassic Park 3 is evidently inferior.
I didn't know that when I was a kid.
I don't think many people did until, you know, recently.
Well, only the adults did.
Yeah,
so.
the adults probably saw the
But-
terrible acting on top of the terrible representations.
But have you heard of a dinosaur called Patagotitan?
I wonder if it has anything to do with the long neck over there.
Hmm.
Anything to do with the long neck, maybe?
Well, Patagotitan was a member of the Titanosauria family,
Okay.
which lived over 100 million years ago, which is a long time.
He's an old lad.
Yeah, during the early and late Cretaceous period.
Yeah.
Basically, the Titanosauria were a subgroup of sauropods
Mhm.
that were actually a lot bigger than Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, Camarasaurus, all of those dinosaurs. The main difference is the main sauropods, like Brachiosaurus, as I already stated, lived during mainly the Jurassic period,
Mhm.
but the Titanosaurus lived during the Cretaceous period.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious, but these were the largest animals to ever wander the planet, really.
Yeah, probably like 3 times bigger than the biggest mammal we'd have nowadays.
Like an
no?
elephant or a giraffe.
Yeah.
Not even a giraffe would
A
even...
whale. They'd probably be the size of
Actually-
a whale, no?
Actually, well, not as big as, but funny story, Patagotitan was actually longer than a blue whale. It was over 120 feet long.
That is a really long boy.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's very funny. The first sort of fossils of Patagotitan were discovered in 2008, but it wasn't until 2012 where they found more fossils that it was actually disclosed as a brand new dinosaur.
And you'd think if it was such a big dinosaur, they would have found the fossils earlier, no?
It's true. Like, I mean, funny thing was, it was the first, because it was a thigh bone, and
Yeah.
the thighs are really big. It was found by a farmer in Patagonia.
Oh, I think I remember you telling me about this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine being a farmer. You're just like tending to your corn or something, and you're like, oh wow, that bulb looks a bit interesting. And you like start uncovering it, and you're like, that's a really big bulb. Is that a root? And then you just keep uncovering it, and you're like, that's a bone.
That's a bone.
And if it's like that big, if like it's like that big of a mammal, wouldn't it just eventually? You'd think it was like the spine of another animal, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Or a spine of like a smaller one, I guess.
yeah. It's kind of crazy, honestly. But the largest specimen that's ever been found of Patagotitan was 22 feet long. But it was confirmed that was only a subadult.
Sub-adult, so
Yeah,
a
that
baby.
could have been even bigger. It's insane. It really is. But the funny thing is, these dinosaurs lived at the same time as Argentinosaurus, which is another member of the Titanosaur family. So, but I have a question for you. Considering how big Patagotitan was, do you think it was ever hunted by anything?
Well, if it's a sauropod, it's probably a herbivore.
No, do you think it had any carnivores? Would it have been hunted?
But yeah, I know, but I'm saying it was a herbivore. Herbivores are the ones who tend to be hunted.
Yeah, but
You know?
the thing is, with dinosaurs like Brachiosaurus, they didn't really have any predators. But Argentinosaurus did. They were hunted mainly by Mapusaurus and Giganotosaurus.
And how big are they in comparison?
Not as big, but they were still pretty big.
It's like how raptors can take down like
Hadrosaurs and stuff like that.
like really big boys.
Speaking of, they were pack hunters.
Yeah.
Even T-Rex has been known to be a pack hunter.
Yeah, because there was a study and it says that they could have hunted in like packs of wolves, and I think it would have been really interesting if it was like
Wasn't there like
prides of lions or something as well.
Wasn't there like 7 T-Rex skeletons found really
all
close
in a
to
group,
each other?
all in a group. That's really interesting because it changed everything we know about the T-Rex. Because we always thought that the T-Rex would have been like an individual hunter, or like at least just a family of hunters.
Just like a pair, like the mother and the father.
Yeah.
But considering how similar Argentinosaurus is to Patagotitan, I would assume that it was hunted by the same predators. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, it's basically the T-Rex, but definitely the prime animal. Well, that's what we thought,
Top
but
of the food chain.
Yeah, the top of the food chain, yeah.
I just never knew they hunt them by packs.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
really
It's
cool.
actually insane.
Imagine you're just like you're like a trike or something. You're a family of trikes,
Like a
and you're just walking around with your family, maybe going to the watering hole, going to get a drink,
yeah.
and then you see this massive group of T-Rexes just sprinting at you.
That would be awesome. I don't know.
It would be awesome until
That's
you're
not
dead.
Yeah, that would be so good.
That's terrifying though. A pack of T-Rexes.
There would be so many of them. It's yikes.
You're done.
But
That's the only word I can really.
yeah, yikes.
Yikes.
But one thing we don't know is if Patagotitan lived solitary like Brachiosaurus. A lot of Brachiosaurus comparisons today. Or if it lived in social groups like Diplodocus or Camarasaurus.
Well, I think in the majority of herbivores, they tend to have social groups because they get lonely.
True. But like, it's like Diplodocus and Camarasaurus. They live in herds, like big herds.
Yeah,
But
like Gallimimus as well.
yeah,
They just run in herds. It's crazy.
But I mean, Argentinosaurus lived in big herds, so
Yeah.
I think they did. What do you think?
I would say they didn't.
I mean, it'd be for like numbers, wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Probably it's like intimidation, trying to keep predators
Well,
away.
it's like with the majority of land mammals today, things like bulls and stuff, or like families of cows, they all kind of stay in one big pack and
Even-
keep the young on the inside so that if anyone is to die, it's the older ones anyway.
Yeah.
But it's to protect the herd, you know. And I think if a species was supposed to live for that long, or if a species lived for that many years, it would have had to be in herds. Otherwise, it would have just been wiped out.
But thing is, that's what Mapusaurus and Giganotosaurus would do. They'll try to separate the old or the sick, or even the young from the herd.
Yeah.
It's kind of like raptors. They'll herd it into like a kill zone,
Yeah.
and they would like just keep biting and clawing at it until it
Raptors
fell.
are a whole different story. They
I
could
know.
take down prey like 5 times their size because they were so smart and intelligent.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
They have big brain.
honestly.
It's
Well, I
so-
mean, their brains were probably a little bit small, but they were just so intelligent.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girl indeed.
It's a perfect scene
I mean-
to explain raptors.
I mean, it was pretty obvious, but
Yeah.
Patagotitan did also feed on. I mean, it was pretty obvious. It's a herbivore.
Yeah.
Probably fed on like conifers,
Yeah, like really, really tall
Yeah.
trees.
like what, like in the Amazon rainforest or something.
Do you think, because you know their necks, obviously, it's like one big bone that goes up.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd be able to like bend it down to reach things that were lower down?
What, to get a drink?
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe that could be why they died out. They were just too vast that they couldn't drink.
they're like,
or like they had to like lay down to drink. How do they sleep?
that's a very good question. I mean,
It's like elephants. At least they have a trunk that they can like move
they
it
can
down.
they can grab
But
stuff with
like
it too.
giraffes, even giraffes, they have to like bend at the base of the neck to be able to get a drink.
That's probably what they had
If
to
their
do.
neck is that long though, how far away would their feet have to be from the water so that they can get a drink? It's like people with long legs. I never understand how people with long legs can function.
Yeah.
Like, how do you reach things?
Well,
This
that-
is directed towards you.
I know.
So that was the Patagotitan. I think when more fossils are found, we're going to know a lot more about it.
I do. I don't think it's like easy enough to explain right now. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of. We have so many blanks in history.
Yeah. If only time travel was a
I
thing.
know. That'd be amazing.
Time back issues. I know.
Just
The boss.
just go back and then just immediately get eaten by a bunch of carnivores.
Would love that, honestly.
Epic way to die.
Next up, we're going to be talking about how dinosaurs are shown in media. Stay tuned. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but have you guys seen any dinosaur films in your life?
A ton.
First Jurassic Park movie, and then Ice Age. I mean, that's not really.
I mean,
it
Ice
is-
Age, Dawn of the
Dawn
Dinosaurs.
of the
That's
Dinosaurs.
so
I love
good.
Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
But
Yeah.
I've seen all of the Jurassic Park movies a few more times than I'm happy to admit. But I really enjoy those. Well, except number 3, we shall not speak its name.
It never happened.
We just ignore it.
It's like how Ice Age 4 and 5 never happened.
Of course.
What are you talking about? That never happened. That
Shush.
never. That name.
The more you talk about it, the more it exists.
But I remember watching a film so much when I was a kid. It was Disney's Dinosaur.
Disney's Dinosaurs.
I had-
so good.
I had the original I had the VHS tape of
the
it.
VHS.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Good que-
Are
It's
you
probably
yourself
a
a dinosaur?
maybe. But yeah, I also had the Jurassic films on VHS
Yeah,
too before I
I
moved to
was-
DVD.
Like, I remember watching the first Jurassic Park film, and I think I was like 7 maybe, which is pretty old when you realise that they came out before I was born.
Yeah.
But I think my parents were like, yeah, we're not gonna have our child watch dinosaurs tear into each other.
I watched it when I was about, I think I was 5.
Yikes.
I watched it a lot when I was a kid.
What
I remember the first time I watched Jurassic Park, the raptor scene in the kitchen in the first movie. That traumatized me.
Really?
Because I loved the raptors. I was just like, oh, they're so cute. And then they go in and they just kill a bunch of people, you know?
Yeah.
The raptors are the most aggressive species. They're the most aggressively portrayed species.
And
in
intelligent.
Jurassic-
My
yeah.
God, they are
So
smart.
smart. Like, smarter than most people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say somebody about racist. So. I'm gonna say again, clever girl.
Clever girl.
But there was a film that I watched a few years ago. I think Taz has heard of it, but I don't think you have, Luke. It's called Journey to the Center of the Earth.
No, I watched it.
Oh, you have?
It's so good.
I
pretty
like
good,
that
yeah.
film. I like it.
The T-Rex at the end.
Oh, I love that
That's
scene
just
with
a
the
good
T-Rex.
scene. It just is genuinely a good scene.
There should be the packs of like T-Rex like chasing. Oh man.
No, they didn't have that many dinosaurs, did they? In that.
It's kind of depressing when it's like a movie based on dinosaurs. It's
And
like,
there's no
hey,
dinosaurs.
we've got like 5 dinosaurs here.
What? I forgot. I haven't seen the film in years. What
Me
dinosaurs did they
neither.
have?
I don't know.
They had the T-Rex.
That's all I remember, to be honest.
I remember there was one bit. They were on the boat. Then they had the Elasmosaurus come out of the water.
That just reminds me of the scene in Jurassic World where the really big fish. I forget what it's called.
The Mosasaur.
Yes, the mosasaur, and it just like straight up eats the Indominus, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then at the beginning of Fallen Kingdom, they're just coming to get they get the bone, and then the Mosasaur's like, "Oh, hello there," and they just
Oh,
eats
hello!
them.
I'm gonna eat you.
I'm gonna eat ya.
I'm a bit hungry.
Only a bit
What do
hungry.
you think the mosasaur was surviving on if it was gone for so long? Right?
That's a really good. I mean, maybe it didn't eat the Indominus Rex.
Yeah, maybe it kept part of it.
Yeah.
To save for later because it knew they wouldn't be fed in a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
How smart is the mosasaur?
I don't know,
It must have been like really smart.
but
Never smart as the raptor though. You can never
You
ask
can't be
smart.
smart as a raptor.
what's your favourite scene in the Jurassic films?
Every Jurassic film.
No, a specific scene
A
in the film.
specific scene. Number 1, I like obviously Jeff Goldblum. Every scene he's in is amazing.
Fair enough.
He's like, that's an impact tremor. I'm a little bit concerned.
I love him in Jurassic Park and the Lost World. He's good in
Lost
both those
World,
films.
kind of when they help the baby. I like
Yeah.
the scene where they help the baby T-Rex.
Fair enough.
It's just wholesome, you know.
Yeah.
And you don't think that humanity is like nice enough to be nice to something that literally just killed friends, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Humanity restored.
Yes,
Yeah.
all my faith in humanity
Luke,
is just back
what about
now.
you?
When all
Favorite
the
scene?
dinosaurs die on the island on the last one. No, I'm joking,
Where-
I'm joking though.
I was about to punch you. Oh, I hate that scene.
I love when the raptor like eats the fat die in the core. Just dies.
Oh, no,
straight
that's-
up.
That's the
Dilophosaurus,
Dilophosaurus.
the
The
spitter.
Dilophosaurus who spits the acid at his face and then
Oh.
chomps his face.
No, actually, favorite girl. That's my favorite part. Where the
What?
raptor just eats the clever girl.
Oh, the
Yeah.
hunter guy. when he
Oh,
just
Robert
eats
Muldoon.
Yeah, he
I
just
love
eats
Mul-
his face.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, wow, I was really hungry. I really wanted a snack. I'm gonna eat this man's face after he calls me clever.
For me, for the first film, it was the T-Rex breakout. Oh my god, that was so cool.
good.
That
Oh
was
my
so-
god.
that
And
was-
then Timmy like dies like 5 times.
yes, Debbie dies. Yes.
Like my man gets stuck in a tree, falls out of a tree, gets electrocuted on a fence, falls off of the fence, literally dies,
Yeah.
gets resuscitated, and just nearly gets killed.
Almost
by
gets
raptors.
mauled by raptors. For the Lost World, I have 2 for the Lost World actually.
Yeah.
The first one is the Stegosaurus scene. I love that. Probably because
So precious.
Stegosaurus is probably my favorite herbivore. So
Yeah, I think they're just sweet.
they just look cool as well.
They do. They just seem like the kind of guys that you'd want to vibe with on
Yeah.
Dinosaur Island.
Yeah. And then my second favorite is probably it has to be the T-Rex in San Diego. That's the best part of the movie in my opinion.
So good.
Like the T-Rex is running rampant around San Diego.
She's like, hey guys, I'm a dinosaur.
Hey guys, I exist. I'm gonna eat you now.
It's a T-Rex run.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Poor people. They
No.
deserve-
This guy.
There was a scene in the Lost World when the T-Rex is running through, and there were these guys that were running. They're like, I left Japan to get away from this. I think that's
What
how
kind of stuff's happening in Japan? Jeez.
might be a Godzilla reference.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are they in the same universe? No, obviously not.
That would be cool if they did.
It would make sense because Godzilla is technically kind of a dinosaur.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I want to get into Godzilla actually.
Yeah.
I love Godzilla personally.
So good.
I know.
honestly.
Have you seen Godzilla vs Kong?
Oh, it's so,
Have you seen it?
It's so good.
I've seen it. I love that
I
film.
watched it not long ago actually. I don't remember what I watched it on. Definitely not on a legal website. But I watched it and I was just like, Jesus Christ! I remember watching King Kong, like the original one with Jack Black in it.
2005.
With
I
Jack
love
Black
that
in
film.
it, and I just vibed with it so much. It was amazing. It was like literally one of my favorite films up to date. And then seeing Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, I don't know which one.
Godzilla vs Kong.
That changed because now I don't know who to like more, King Kong or Godzilla.
I mean, I personally, I'm more of a Godzilla person
Yeah.
myself. I still love Kong though. Don't get me
Big
wrong.
monkey.
I know, big monkey.
Big monkey, give hug.
You haven't seen any Godzilla films, have you?
A little bit of.
I know.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I do watch only a little bit.
No,
of
I
Godzilla.
have.
I know.
You saw-
I brought in King of Monsters to
Yeah,
watch at
I was-
college.
Good.
That's a good film.
That is good.
I mean, the thing is, with the MonsterVerse movies, the human interactions aren't that great, but the monster action is great. It
I
really
think
makes
they
up for it.
focus more on like the CGI and the
On the
monster action.
I don't blame them.
They don't really care much about the human acting.
I'm
It
just-
just emphasizes the amazingness of the scenes.
I'm just glad that they have some kind of vague story in there.
Yeah,
There are
like,
these
at least there's a story.
there are these mystical titans that can control the weather and stuff.
Yeah.
Not mystical titans that control the weather.
God,
That's terrifying.
King Ghidorah and King of Monsters was so good. I loved him. He
How
w-
did we get here? We're talking about dinosaurs.
I mean, Godzilla is about dinosaurs,
Yeah.
so
Practically a dinosaur.
he's kind of like a radioactive dinosaur.
Same. Me too.
Oh wow! No, but there was a Godzilla film that came out in 1998. I don't know if you saw that. It's on
I
Netflix
don't think I've seen
with Matthew
the
Broderick.
1998 one.
With Matthew Broderick in it.
Oh yeah.
He literally looks like a giant dinosaur in there.
I think the CGI is just so good. CGI is just really good
Really?
nowadays.
I mean,
no,
it's-
not in the old film, but like nowadays.
Oh right, yeah.
The way that CGI looks in Kong versus Godzilla,
Oh my
is
god,
so good.
But Ice Age 3. May I go into Ice Age? It's so good.
It is good.
I love Ice Age
But
3.
Please, please.
But I like the way that most of the dinosaurs are shown in there. Honestly,
They're just seen as like friendly guys.
I mean,
Mostly.
the Brachiosaurus in Dinosaurs 3 looks a little bit goofy, but I don't know. I like that little goofy
I
quirk
think that
about it.
happens in a lot of Disney movies, though. They always struggle.
Except for
with
Disney's
it.
Dinosaur,
Yeah, but what was the one?
The Good Dinosaur.
Yeah. The Good Dinosaur was just. They looked a bit funky, didn't they?
I didn't like the Good Dinosaur, honestly.
Yeah, it just looked dodgy.
Yeah, but
Looked a bit weird.
but Mama T-Rex.
T-Rex.
I love Mama T-Rex. The way she just like kidnaps the children and Sid, the baby Rexes.
She's just vibing.
I know. And then when
she just wants to kill. She just wants to steal some kids. I don't see what the problem
and then
is.
at the end when she literally beats up Rudy, bruh.
That was awesome. That was an epic moment.
I like Rudy.
So can we just appreciate Sid in every single Ice Age movie ever?
Yeah.
He just looks so stupid.
We love Sid.
It's like a sloth, except he doesn't look like a sloth at all, right?
Yeah. He does not look like a sloth. He looks kind of ugly.
Yeah.
But
Don't believe him though.
yeah. Have you seen any TV shows related to dinosaurs or?
I haven't, but I have heard you talk exponential amounts of TV shows, including dinosaurs.
Yes. There was an anime actually. I used to
Oh,
watch.
Dinosaur King.
Dinosaur
You
King.
talk about this all the time.
Me and Tommy used to talk about that a lot. I love Dinosaur King. It's kind of like Pokemon in a way, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
There are these 3 kids, right? I've forgotten their names, but they have to travel across the world.
Kids aren't important, it's the dinosaurs that are
I know,
important.
right? They have to travel across the world to find these dinosaurs, and it's good because most of the time they do get the dinosaurs, but sometimes that the evil team actually gets it, you know. So it's not always a win
It's like
for the good
B-Tech
guys.
Team Rocket though, right?
Basically, yeah. So it's not always a win for the good guys, which I think is good, honestly, because if they kept winning all the time, then it'd be a bit cliche, honestly.
Yeah, I like when movies have like twists like that. Like the
As-
good guys don't always win. And
Infinity War, for example.
of course, Infinity War is amazing.
I
We should
love
definitely do a podcast on Marvel.
Oh, bro, that'd be sick. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Hydration break.
Yeah. So there was a TV show I used to watch a lot. It aired on ITV. It was called Primeval.
Okay, I've not seen it.
I'm sorry, what?
I've not seen it.
You
Do I need to enunciate more?
You need to watch it. It's so good, honestly. So it's about these rips in time called anomalies that open up throughout the UK, and there's this special force team that have to go and contain whatever comes through, basically. And there is a lot of like story outside of the creatures as well. But there's this cool side story, like there are these creatures that come from the future and not just the past. They're
Future dinosaurs?
not just dinosaurs, but a lot of other creatures.
Like
Like
alien
what?
looking. There was like an
What do
alien.
they look like?
Apparently it's like a mutation of a bat.
Okay, put some
But-
on screen in editing.
Yeah, I will.
It sounds really cool.
Yeah,
Taste
they
of that.
my brother was actually scared of those creatures.
Isn't your brother scared of a lot of things though?
True, yeah. But they had a lot of non-dinosaur creatures in there, as well as
Yeah.
dinosaurs, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. The ones I remember the most are the raptors from seasons 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Those were good.
We
I
should
think
just make a raptor appreciation podcast. We just appreciate raptors.
Yeah.
We just say raptors are amazing over
Yeah.
and over again,
Yeah.
and that's the whole podcast.
there was the Tyrannosaurus in season 5,
Yeah.
the Spinosaurus in season 4, but the one I remember the most, it's not a dinosaur, but it's a creature that lived during the dinosaur period. It was
Okay.
called the Caprasuchus.
Caprasuchus.
It's basically like a crocodile that can actually run properly, like a
like
a
a
big cat.
crocodile with fast legs.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound terrifying at all.
No, but the way they designed it as well, it was really spiky on its face.
Well, I assume it was like top of the food chain, though.
Well-
What would eat it?
Probably like dinosaurs.
Yeah, but it would be sharp.
True.
It's like when you eat a crisp the wrong way and it cuts the roof of your mouth. It's
Oh,
really
I
sad.
hate that. But you really need to watch.
I'm
It's a good show.
I'm comparing a crocodile with legs to a crisp right now. This is where my brain goes when I talk about dinosaurs.
But they don't have like Triceratops or Brachiosaurus in the show, which makes me really sad.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's okay. I still love you.
There was actually an American adaptation of it too,
Okay.
because it was originally a British show.
To be fair though, whenever America adapts something, when they adapt something, like they want to make an adaptation of Train to Busan, which is like one of my all-time favorite movies. They're just gonna,
Sorry.
that as well. They're just gonna ruin it, and it's. I don't like Hollywood.
Nah.
They do things at the box office. It's not.
They
good
better not like ruin the Jurassic.
I know, because they're doing the
Jurassic
new movie.
Mm.
I just don't know how they're going to be able to handle it being in the real world, dinosaurs in the real world.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine if they're in a park, because there's like not, well, there's
I don't
people,
know.
but not that many.
They might ruin it, I think, with the dinosaurs living
Yeah.
in the real world now, honestly. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, they probably would.
Yeah.
Don't have many opinions today, do you?
No, I do. It's just like I'm letting you guys talk. If I say so, I'm like.
Alright, so we can all agree that we're all gamers here, right?
Correct.
But have you guys played a game called Ark Survival Evolved?
Yeah.
I have watched you play it extensively. You play it a lot.
I love Ark, honestly. It's one of my
It's
favourite
really
games. If you don't know, it's a survival game that you wake up on a mysterious island and you see dinosaurs everywhere. You're like, whoa, what's going on here? Why are they here?
Yeah, and you find like dinosaurs that you never knew before.
No, but the thing is, right, Ark has a lot of hidden lore to it, which I really like. I love hidden lore in video games.
Me too. It's so good.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a simulation of like you go at the end of a game, you see like a space drop. And
Yeah,
you look
that's
down.
literally it. It's literally a simulation.
I love like adventure games like that. It just throws you into a situation. You're just like, Jesus Christ,
It's-
what do I do?
It's a survival game and,
Yeah.
an adventure game in a way. It's like
Yeah.
an MMO in a way.
It's like, have you heard the game The Forest? Where you
Oh, I love
like,
that game.
it's a plane crash and you have to like go
Yeah, I've heard
and
that.
look for cannibals and find your child.
Yeah,
Um,
the son gets kidnapped by someone. doesn't he?
Exactly, and it's a really interesting game because one, you're deserted on an island. Two, it's a plane crash, which is every person's nightmare ever.
Yeah.
And three, there's cannibals, which is another nightmare.
And you like look what they look like. They look disgusting.
Yeah, they have like really weird features. But I think the Ark can be compared to that in a way, but also it can't because it's just so much better.
I know. Like in Ark, you can tame and ride so many different dinosaurs. It's so cool. Like, for example, raptors. Again, we love raptors.
And the graphics are quite good as well, aren't they?
Yeah, considering it's not like
They're
a
still
mass-
doing updates.
considering it's not like a massive AAA game,
Yeah.
it still looks good. Honestly,
course.
it looks the graphics are actually good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look like patchy, you know? We get that a lot with video games, like the animation kind of clips through to other things.
It doesn't look like Primal Carnage in a way.
Yeah.
That's another game
Yeah.
I've played that's dinosaur related as well.
Well, personally, I like Jurassic World Evolution because I get to make a park that looks way better than yours.
Oh yeah. See, my objective is to have as many dinosaurs in the park as I can.
And my objective is to make it look beautiful whilst having some amazing dinosaurs. And I
Yeah.
get to make my dinosaurs live in really pretty pens and they really appreciate it. I assume, they're just binary code, but I assume they appreciate it.
And then Luke just doesn't play the game.
Well, it was.
You've watched, I think
watched
you've
us
watched me,
play it.
you've watched us play it a few
Yeah.
times.
Definitely.
And then me and Taz just geek out whenever we see a dinosaur.
Yeah, because honestly, we both play the game. We both stream it on Discord to each other, which like you can move like that over there and just like find some more research and stuff.
Yeah.
So a quick rundown of Jurassic World Evolution. You make your own Jurassic World park, and it's like on the islands in the Jurassic World, and well,
It's the
the
actual.
whole concept of Jurassic.
It's the actual islands, Las
Yeah.
Cinco Muertes, the
Yeah.
5 deaths,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
And it
actually.
also has dialogue from the films and quotes from the films, and like Jeff Goldblum does some talking
Yeah,
as
I
well.
know.
Pretty good. We love Jeff Goldblum.
But the only thing is, for Owen Grady in the game,
they
it's
got
not
a-
actually Chris
they
Pratt.
got a different voice actor.
It's not him.
It's so sad.
It's not actually Chris Pratt.
But the point is, you run your own park, but you have to do all of the exploration yourself. You have to find your own fossils. You have to extract your own DNA from the fossils. It's just really like interesting.
I mean,
it's immersive.
The only thing is, it's a little bit time consuming, but that's with a lot of
It's
park
like a
building
game
games.
that you'd grind, like you know that kind of game you just leave on in the background and then like do some other stuff.
Oh god, like mobile games.
Yeah, but it's
Oh.
really enjoyable as well. And there's a sandbox version where you just get to build your own park, and it's just really
Yeah.
good.
That's the
That's the one that I bully you on because your parks look so chaotic all the time.
I like
and
chaos.
I don't know how you do it.
Chaos is fun.
I can
Chaos
like
is
literally
good.
tell you, hey, if you put your pens here, then you can have another pen here, and you can still have a visitor centre. Okay, I will not.
But
Do what to do.
But going back to Ark, there's a lot of like mystical creatures in there too, like wyverns, dragon. You can literally breed a dragon, which is amazing.
I'd love if dragons were real.
Oh,
It'd be so cool.
but they have a lot of there's these things called the Reapers in this map called Aberration, and do you know what their spawn code is?
What?
Xenomorph. They're literally giant xenomorphs, and I love them.
That's fun. Xenomorph is amazing.
There's actually a mod because Ark has a lot of Steam Workshop support as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have mods that add a lot more dinosaurs and stuff into it as well. Like, there's a Jurassic Park mod which adds a lot of the Jurassic monsters, dinosaurs.
It's like in Jurassic World Evolution, you could get the skin packs for the raptors.
Yeah, that's an
And
actual DLC pack.
Yeah, it's so good. I
You-
just
you can
love
actually-
having my own tree. Well, smaller tree. It's a quad. Just a quad.
The squad.
Yeah, the squad. Raptor squad.
So you can also mod Jurassic World Evolution as well, but it's a bit more complicated. It's not like you just download it off the Steam
Yeah, it
Workshop.
doesn't really get much support from Steam Workshop.
Yeah,
does
you have
it?
to actually change the code.
Yeah,
Which
that
is-
sounds like a lot of effort that my brain cannot understand.
Well, it's not. You have to. It's mainly having to replace the file names. Say you want to change the Tyrannosaurus to something else. It's like a more accurate looking T-Rex, for example.
Swap the skins around between Trike and
Imagine if
That'd be
that was a
amazing.
thing. It's just the Triceratops is a T-Rex. The
It's
T-Rex.
just the Trike chasing down a goat.
No, it'd be the T-Rex, but with like the Triceratops
Yeah,
animation.
that was so cool.
Or the trike with the T-Rex. It'd be like, ugh.
It's the arms like up here, it's just like.
So in Jurassic World Evolution, we know that the designs are literally ripped right from the movies.
Yeah, but I think that gives it like.
but
It's nostalgic.
I don't
you know?
think the designs are 1-to-1 accurate,
Yeah.
but they're pretty good.
Yeah, and you can get like different colours for your dinosaurs, so you can pick what skin you want for them as well.
Yeah, but in the, of the Return to Jurassic Park DLC,
Yeah.
you can literally change the T-Rex, the Triceratops, the Parasaurolophus, Spinosaurus into their 1990s variants,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
I love the 1990.
I know.
It's so good.
They're my favourites. Now, this game's not really about dinosaurs, but it's got a lot of dinosaur-esque monsters in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game called Monster Hunter. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, you love Monster Hunter.
Just
Yeah.
massive monsters in that
Yeah.
game. I love it.
There's this one monster called Anjanath.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a fluffy T-Rex, basically.
Fluffy T-Rex.
He's got a T-Rex. It's like fur on his back and on his tail.
Okay, that's intriguing.
Well,
I'm
he doesn't-
intrigued.
He looks. It's not really. It looks more like the V-Rex from King Kong,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay.
But he has these massive fins that he can bring out as well on his head and his
Fins?
back.
Is he like a water boy?
No. They're not really wings, but they're not.
Sensors, maybe? You know how tarantulas have their pedipalps and that's just to sense vibrations? Sorry,
Well,
spider nerd.
no, but it like comes out of the band. That gives them the ability to breathe fire as well.
It's a dragon. It's just a dragon.
It's a dragon that looks like a dinosaur.
Copper.
But there's another one. There's another one that looks like a T-Rex as well. It's called Devil Joe.
Devil Joe.
Devil Joe, yeah.
Devil Joe.
Devil Joe. That's his name. But he looks like everyone gives him a nickname. They call him the Pickle because he looks like a giant pickle.
Okay.
I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you properly afterwards.
You put a picture on screen.
Yeah, I will. But
Pickle.
he's really annoying to fight. He has so many. He has a lot of range because he's so big.
So
and
can you
so
explain like the plot of Monster Hunter?
hunt
briefly?
monsters, get their hide and skin, make armor and weapons, basically.
Okay, so it's another grindy game kind
But
of.
there is in the new games like Monster Hunter World and Rise, there is some form of a story.
Okay.
We have to investigate this massive monster called Zora Magdaros, so he doesn't destroy the world, basically.
It upsets me that you can remember all of these names and the names of every dinosaur.
Why does it upset you?
Because I can't.
Because I'm into this stuff.
I am also into this stuff, but my brain just physically cannot remember the majority of dinosaurs.
But there's this monster as well. It's called Velocidrome.
Tech Velociraptor.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But it's got the same it's got the same colours as Feraligatr from Pokemon,
Ooh.
which is kind of cool. It's got the red. It's got like a literal crest like Feraligatr as well. It's literally red as well, which is really interesting.
Yeah, we probably need to stray away from Monster Hunter because you will not stop.
It's true, I won't. But well, just one more thing about Monster Hunter.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
And we don't have to like take you away for 1 hour, just not play Monster
Yeah.
Hunter, just ban you.
Whole podcast just on Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It would probably be manageable.
But with Monster Hunter, there's a lot of different dragons as well, which is really cool.
We do like our dragon.
Dragons is like something in like British mythology. It's more of a British thing to believe in dragons, because in American media it's not like, oh, dinosaurs, like real things. But I think that maybe just the type of dinosaurs that we had in this country were just the flying types.
True. I mean, no, we did have dinosaurs like Iguanodon and Baryonyx over here.
But like, I don't know why in like Wales their flag is literally a dragon. I don't understand the fact that people literally
context.
believed that dragons were like vibing, you know?
I mean, throughout history, there's been dragons everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever wonder, like
If it was just a type of dinosaur that didn't go extinct, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's terrible.
No.
Just burns down the village
Maybe-
of parents.
Maybe some of the Greek mythology stuff could have been dinosaurs as well.
Yes. Oh, like, so many different
I
Greek
know.
mythology things. Like when I was in year 8, I think we had to study the book Odysseus. There's so many references to dinosaurs, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Hydra and Greek mythology.
Hydra.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Hydra.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, guys, that's unfortunately what we have time for today.
That's all we
So-
have time for.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yikes.
I- Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching today's episode. We hope you enjoy this.
We
Next
do.
week, we're going to be diving more into how Tyrannosaurus Rex could have hunted in packs,
So interesting.
and how new fossil evidence shows that they actually did live in nice big families.
That would. I
So-
mean, it just sounds like my family at Christmas, to be honest.
Make sure you follow Luke and Taz's Instagram. They'll be in the description below.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Aaron.
Taz, Luke, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
And guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, a comment. You could leave a comment what you thought of my first production. I would really appreciate the feedback. But I'll see you guys later.